light on camera, but it's quite dark still. Anyway, I'll know when I get home and edit the vlog. So it's Monday. You wouldn't see on the screen because drawing Vlogmas, I'm not putting the day on the screen. Sorry about that if it's confusing, but yes, it's Monday. I'm on the way to work. I'm going into the office today. I'll start with Daxter. So Lawrence is actually on the phone. He was about to phone the vet as I left the house, and he's going to let me know Daxter's got to go to the vet today. We were in kind of agreement that after we got back from the pet store, we'd give him his treats and the soup and everything else we bought, and make a decision after that. And then I can't remember if I told you, he weirdly wolfed down a load of sweets, which we were quite surprised about. And then we said, okay, let's just leave him. And then we were both making dinner. And then I thought, let me try it. So I dotted a little bit of olive oil on my finger, and he licked it. So then I poured a bit on a teaspoon, and he licked all that. So he had 2 generous sized teaspoons of olive oil. And this is the weird thing. As soon as you speak to him, he's purring away. And he's not in pain. We've checked him. You can pick him up. As soon as you pick him up, he's nuzzled it. He's purring. But he's just not right. I know he's not in pain because if you've been around a while, you'll know we're all a little bit scared of Daxter, because if Daxter doesn't like something, oh boy, you're going to know it, even the dog. So, and he's not making any noises, or there's no indication that he's in any pain at all. So it was like a couple of hours after he had the olive oil, I was upstairs and I came downstairs and I said to Lawrence, where is he? Because obviously we're all, all 4 of us are on kind of stress mode about him. No, you can wait there. And Lawrence said, oh, he went to the door. He's like scratched at the door. He wanted to go out. So I was like, oh, that's a good sign. Maybe the olive oil has helped dislodge, if it is indeed a fur ball, which I'm kind of think it is. My instinct's telling me it is, but obviously, with animals it could be something else. I don't know. Sorry, the last few days has been all about Daxter, but I'm vlogging and that's what we're dealing with right now. Anyway, so he came back after it was a good hour. I was starting to get worried. Actually, Lawrence went out to look for him. Anyway, he just appeared, from our front door. We've got a glass window at the side of it, and you can almost see his orange fur. We have like a door light, and I think I popped to the loo or something, and I saw orange, and he was there, and he came in, and he seemed to have perked up a bit, not a lot, but a little bit. Just when it's your own pet, there's subtle signs you can read from them, isn't there? So we decided, let's leave him for the night. Let's not disturb him. Let him do what he needs to do. We left his sweets by him. He didn't eat any more sweets. Anyway, this morning we've got up and he's not worse, but he's no better. So I think I told you, we bought a travel box for him. So as I was leaving, Lawrence was just about to call the vet. So I'll keep you posted on that. I said to Lawrence, we had a good conversation about it. And I've said to him, if it's bad news and they say they think it's something, like tumours or something, and they want to put him to sleep, say no. It's not that we want to drag anything out for him, but I want him to be home. Oh, sorry, I'm going over these speed roofs. I want him to be home so we can all say goodbye to him properly, because I think some of you might know, before we had Daxter, we had another Parsons Terrier, Gustav. Gustav was sick for about four months or something. Gustav had not been well for a couple of years, and he was on prednisone injections, and they said, and then it turned it that he had Cushing's disease, and just went on and on, and then, but he was fine, you know, he was super healthy. He had like very itchy skin, but he had special food, and then he just, I think he was like, he'd like peed in the house, which was not like him. Anyway, cut the story short, it turned out then he was diabetic, and then we had to go 3 times a week, and then for diabetes injections, and then it just went down, and then anyway, eventually the vet said, you know, it's time, you've got to say goodbye to him. And Lawrence and I just didn't know what to do. We felt a little bit like overwhelmed, well, a lot, not a little bit, and we booked him in. We didn't tell the boys because, you know, this was like 13 years ago, yeah. So they were still quite young, and we just booked him in, took him to the vet. The vet, you know, our vet is lovely. He's a very sweet man. Actually, they're all lovely at the vets. And, you know, they gave him a little jab, and that was it. And we just left him there. I think we were just in shock. And then we had to tell the boys, which was awful. William was devastated. He was devastated as in a little child who saw his parents upset. I've spoke about this loads of times, about William thought a man called Kevin had our dog, but anyway. And Joshua was just terrible. It was horrible. But in hindsight, I think because we just wasn't prepared, even though he'd been sick, we wasn't prepared for it. And the fact that we just sort of left him there, and then afterwards it was like weeks afterwards, I was like, oh, we didn't get his ashes, there was just confusion. So anyway, I've said to Lawrence, no matter what they say, do not let them put Daxter to sleep today at the vets. I want him home. I want us to be able to tell the boys, they're men, and if possible, I would like the vet to come to our house to do it, if indeed it goes down that route. So we'll see. I'll let you know. Oh, I've got a road cleaner in front of me. I'm gonna go Speedy Gonzales and overtake it. Yes. So the road ahead is completely empty. So yeah, that's the update on Daxter. I know to some people it might seem like, why didn't you go into the emergency vets this weekend? And we've discussed it a lot. But most of the weekend, aside from, you know, football and, you know, getting a tree, it's all been about Daxter. And we have seriously considered several times to just call the emergency vet. But like Lawrence said, best case scenario, they're going to take blood from him, and we won't get the results there and then anyway. So, and to be clear, it's not a financial issue. I mean, we wouldn't be happy about it, but we can well afford to take our cat to the emergency vet. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's more about my instinct and signs and watching him. I've been letting him try to fight off whatever this is, and this morning it's like, I feel he's at the time now when he's been like this, not as bad, but he's been very similar to this years ago. And by about the 5th day, I think he was like a giant, like a huge fur ball, and then he was completely fine. So for me, today's the threshold. We've let him do we've let his little body do what it needs to do. We've tried everything we can, and that's it. So that's where we're up to with Daxter. The other thing, I think, I told you we bought the tree? Did I tell you that we couldn't find the tree base, so we had to go back to the garden centre and buy a new tree base. I think we've got 3 between the garage and the loft, but apparently they're none to be found. So anyway, before we had dinner, we put the tree up. We've not put the fake tree up. I don't even know if it's going to make it up at this point. It's there in the box. We've got the lights on it, and I started hanging. I'm having all gold this year. I think I did that last year. Last year was really pared back when I think about it. So I've got extra lights on it this year. I wanted it nice and twinkly. And I started hanging. I've got a huge bag of gold baubles. And what do you know? I think 70% of them are missing the little hooks on them. So I've hung what I could. I'm going to have to pop to the garden centre at some point and buy another packet of hooks because I want it full of baubles. But it's a nice tree, we're happy with it. Funny enough, it didn't smell of like Christmas tree when I went in the lounge this morning. But to be fair, I was kind of just preoccupied on the cat, so maybe it did and I just didn't notice. And we didn't put anything else up, we didn't do garlands. The house is a mess again. If depending on how the day goes, I'll get that finished hopefully tonight or tomorrow, we'll see. So yes, I'm not feeling very Christmassy at the moment, I'm afraid to say. Oh, I'm trying to turn here and they've blocked. I can't see oncoming traffic. Yeah. It's really busy this morning, like crazy busy. It's only 8:30, so I've left around the regular time, but it's just straight from getting out of the road that I live on. It was just busy, like loads of people on bikes. It's a really nice day. It's not raining, it's dry, it's not really cold. I'm looking at the dash, it's 6 degrees. I'm driving right on the border of Amsterdam, and the trees, it's like big tall trees. Maybe you can see in the window behind me. No, oh, naughty bikes. Sorry, I'm supposed to yield there. So all the leaves have gone. Yeah, you can see there's like trees all down this street. I think they're actually bigger on, like big older ones on this side. You can't see them, but it looks a nice day. I don't know what the weather forecast is like. Well, it doesn't matter to me. I'm stuck indoors all day. I can't even think what plans we've got this week. I really can't think. Crafting wise, I didn't do much. I was going to start on Timothy's feet, but I turned all the lights off, so we only had the Christmas tree lights on, and it's black cotton and I couldn't see. So I did I tell you I cast on a Call the Midwife blanket? I think I did. I cast on a Call the Midwife blanket. Anyway, I've just finished the very first repeat. It's not long, it's probably about, I don't know, about 1.5 meters long. Width, I mean, not long, width. And I made it, well, firstly the pattern, I downloaded it off the Crochet Crowd website and it's written all wrong. It's telling you to skip chain stitches, which is wrong, because it's what it should say is skip the next stitch and then crochet the amount in the next 10, you know. And it's all the way through the pattern, which is really bad. So if you're a beginner, you will have no clue. Luckily, because I know the pattern, I just wanted it written down, you know, the repeat, while I get in my stride. But now I know it, I managed to figure it out, because, you know, I've been crocheting for years, so I don't need the pattern anymore. But I was being really lazy. I could not be bothered counting the chain stitch at the beginning. I just thought, I'm just whip up a chain however long you want it, and then I'll see when I get to the end if I've got enough or not. So I crocheted the first row, and then of course I was like 5 or 6 stitches short, so I just broke the start, joined at the beginning of the chain row, added in the stitches I need. Sorry, I'm keeping an eye on this. I want to get out of this lane. And just added it on. That's the thing, when you know, when you're an experienced crocheter, you know how to sort of cheat things. Anyway, but as a result, I wasn't paying attention, and the first row has got like a space, and it's not in alignment with the kind of flower of, I'm not explaining this very well, of the pattern. Anyway, I'm not bothered. I'm not unraveling it. I'm not frogging it now. Whatever. But yeah, so I just did that just because it was easy. You know, I was already in my sort of mental sort of motion at this point. Anyway, I've gone into full-on waffle mode now. I'm gonna stop because I'm blabbering away. probably not making any sense. Luckily, the traffic on the motorway is clear, but when I come off, it'll probably be bad again. So we'll see. But I'll come back on later when I get home from work. See you in a while. Oh my gosh, what a day! What a day. So where to begin? I think I was on the way to work. That isn't a pile. That's actually shelving with my wool on it. It's just balanced on top of each other. But you can see it's in my sewing machine. I don't know why I feel the need to tell you that my room's not the very messy craft room anymore. It's just the messy one. So anyway, Daxter went to the vets. Lawrence called me from the vets with the vet, and it went something along the lines of his membranes are really, really light, that he's severely anemic and clearly dehydrated, and the vet was all in favour of putting him to sleep. And I said, I'm not being emotional, I want to be very practical. Oh, Lawrence is just at me. Before we make a decision like that, I want you to run tests. Because I said, it just doesn't, I know my cat, this doesn't make sense. And it was good I had a conversation with her, because I said, it was like 5 days ago now, he went off his food. He was still eating a bit, but he just went off his food. And I said, what his behaviour to me was, he kept going to his bowl. He was looking for food, but everything we offered him, all the different cat food we tried with him, he just turned his nose up. And he's only like really deteriorated Saturday, Sunday. And even, you know, until yesterday, he ate some cat sweets. And I think I told you he had 2 teaspoons of olive oil, which I find really peculiar. And I said, I want to know what we're dealing with. So she said, okay, here's what I can do. I can run blood tests. Some of them I can do the tests here in the vets. Some of them I'll have to send off. It'll take 2 to 3 days. Leave him here. So I said, okay. Then as soon as you have results, let us know. Anyway, they were contacting Lawrence. The blood tests that they did at the vets are all clear. His liver, his kidneys, all his thyroid, all his organs are clear. She said one of the kidneys was showing it was slightly higher, the test results. That could be down to that he's dehydrated and anemic. So that was good. That meant she could put him on an infuse. So he's been on a drip all day, and she's given him some other medicine, I think, to try and get his appetite going. He's not got appetite. So we've just been and picked him up. There's a power cut on that side of the village. It was pitch black, and there was the assistant and vet walking around with a phone light. They had one emergency light on. And she said, we're just going to go in the back and get him. It takes 2 of us. And I said, how has he been? And she said, yeah, he's told us he's not happy. So I said, well, for me, that's a good sign, because Daxter's feisty. And the fact that he's protested, I don't know, my instincts are telling me, like, not to just write him off right now. Anyway, they went in the back. Next minute we heard him, he went like, he was like really kicked off. So I think losing his temper has like wiped the poor thing out. In the car on the way back, I had him on my knee in the cat box. His ears are actually up, and he was very tired, but he kept looking around and he was purring. He heard my voice, he was purring. I brought him home. Oh my gosh, Jack wouldn't let him out the box. Jack was sniffing and licking him, and Daxter didn't protest. So anyway, we let the cat box lie. He came out on his own, and he's just conked out. But I'm happy that he's at least he's hydrated for now. And first thing tomorrow, Lawrence has got to take him back, and they've got like a CT scan at the vets, but the vet who is qualified to use it isn't available till tomorrow afternoon. So she'll bring him back in the morning. We're going to keep him under observation again. We'll put him back on the drip, so he's still got the pick and everything wrapped up. And hopefully, you know, we'll see something with the CT scan. I don't know. The fact that his blood results have come back, that his organs are fine, it could be something else. It could be like leukemia or something. But I just want to make sure, I want to just be 100% sure that I know what we're dealing with. And if we have to make a decision, I will then make it. But I don't know, I was just like, I was quite shocked that she said the best thing to do is, you know, put him to sleep. He's not in pain. That's the thing. He's really not in pain. She said he's in pain. Lawrence said he's not in pain. That cat will tell you if he's in pain. She said, oh, maybe he's in discomfort then. Of course he's in discomfort. Anyway, I put my foot down. I said, no, I'm not trying to draw things out. I'm not one of these pet owners who like clinging on to him just for the sake of it. I'm being very practical about it. Anyway, that's where we're up to with Daxter. So just come up. I'm going to just get changed out my work clothes and put my comfy clothes on. Lawrence has thrown a few pizzas in the oven. That's what we're having for dinner. It is what it is. I have to go to the office tomorrow. I'm just, you know, I just want Daxter to be comfortable for the evening. I think because he really lost his temper. I could hear it. It made me laugh. You know, I couldn't see him, but the noise he made. I think that, considering he's got no energy at all, I think that has just pooped him out. But he's purring, and when you stroke him, he's nuzzling you. So I gave him a sweet. He's not interested. So let's just see. I'm definitely going to keep you posted. I feel happy with the way we've handled things. I wanted him to just try and figure out what's going on himself. It's just been so quick, and he's been so healthy up until, you know, he went off his food. And even then, when he went off his food, he was still fine. So let's see. I did actually, I said to Lawrence, do you think it's like he's been poisoned? Or he's at poison? But he asked the vet and she said no, she said he's not showing signs of that. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I'm sorry, I've not even opened my advent. I'm just not in the mood for it. I'm not in the mood to finish decorating the house for Christmas. The tree's up. I'll show you in a few days when I'm feeling a bit more with it. But yeah, at the moment, I'm being hopeful. Thanks for all your kind wishes about our furry boy. I'll come back on tomorrow, hopefully, and I'll give you an update. But fingers crossed for him. I'm just hoping he's just gonna, you know, fight whatever this is and just, you know, get over it. Unless it's something that he's not capable. That's a whole different discussion. Okay, I'm going to finish off today's Vlogmas. I hope you're all well. Sorry, it's been a bit of a sort of sad day, but that's what we're dealing with at the moment. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If you don't hear from me, it might not be bad news. I might just not be in, you know, I might not feel like having a chat. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to say bye. See you in the next video.